Ka sorkar jala mentakasngi kalarai bagan senang biang ya ki jing perking nadu ka santrik ukala lengkot ban yada ya ke jela na ke jing ibit jong kenyang jingpang COVID-19 ya kani la pentip do menteri rong ba ke jela Konrad K Sangma hadin belakut ke jing elang kmi bnya ne ke review meeting. Habakran bat kilat pathai kubor. Umentri rang ba ulaong ba ka sorkar kalarai bakan bu kendon biang dak ba perking ya ke jing lumpat ba bat kumju ru ya ke jing ya joki kali private kan long daki odd but even number ha nong ba shlong. Umentri rang ba ulaong ru ban nakam ta gi bawan na shabar jong jela kitu gi bampat dep ai tika arsin kin haban pen I ya ke report ka ba hapo nyu ar kanta ba test negative now covid niki ha ban test haki kherdop blabo niki entry point. Susu Konrad Ulaitho baka sorkar kalarai ban pentrai kambiang ya ka curfew meet nado ka por chipo waje men meet ka ban sedang nado ka santrik but ya kiwe ki jing perking an sapen bana dagi deputy commissioner Jongi district.
The government has decided to come up with some restrictions in the next few days in the state of Meghalaya. The details of that will come out very soon, but I will just give you a small brief. Number one, we will be having restrictions on gatherings. Gatherings will be not allowed, and only certain gatherings for certain purposes with very restricted numbers will be allowed, because gatherings is one of the main areas where the spread takes place. And so we feel that while we don't have a single case, maybe this is the right time to put some restrictions without affecting public economically. So therefore, the gatherings will be restricted. We will also have restriction in movements. So we will see some form of restriction on private vehicles coming up. So there will be some restrictions. It will be maybe different in different regions, different districts. But in Shillong city and in most of East Khasi Hills, we will have odd-even system coming up. Third thing which we'll be having also is that the entry into Meghalaya, apart from the double vaccination, you will be requiring a 72 hours certificate of COVID test, and if not, then you will be tested at the entry points. And this is again being done to ensure that there is absolute, very, very careful while the people who enter the state, so that they are fully vaccinated, plus they should be tested in 72 hours, or they will be tested at the entry point. Apart from that, there will be a few more restrictions. For example, we will be having the curfew will start at 10 o'clock in Shillong city, and other districts also. The deputy commissioners will accordingly take the decision. So 10 o'clock will be the curfew in Shillong, and all these will start from the 5th. I forgot to mention that. So all these restrictions that are there are going to start from the 5th. There will be a few more which will come out in a proper format and a written statement that will be issued by the government. And but I just thought I will give you some of the most relevant ones. And I would once again urge the citizens of our state that we know that these restrictions will cause you inconvenience, and some of you might feel that, well, why are we doing this when we don't have a single case? But we need to realize that the last phase was very difficult for us, and we do not want to be caught unaware, or caught at a time when the wave is already hitting us really badly. And though the hospitalization rates are lesser compared to the other variants, if the numbers are large, then the percentage also will give us, the absolute figures will go up. So therefore, though the hospitalization rates percentage will be much lower, that's what the data is showing in other parts of the country and the world. But as I said, if the numbers are very large, and if we have like 4, 5 lakh, 6 lakh people who are infected, even a 1% hospitalization becomes a very large number. So we have to keep in mind that we need to keep the numbers low. And at the end, of course, I would urge all our citizens to please follow protocols. We really need to be careful. Yes, the festive season was there, but now that this festive season is over, it is important that we put up our guards again. We need to ensure that we don't let our guards down, and we need to ensure that we follow appropriate COVID protocols and behavior. So my sincere request to all the citizens would be to please take this seriously. If you are able to control things in the next few weeks, then we may be in much better position compared to many other parts of the world and the country also. Challenges are multiple. Of course, number one is the hesitancy. There is no doubt that there is a large hesitancy still there in people's minds regarding vaccination. So that's one. Number two, with the number of cases going down, today we have double-digit cases only, very few cases, active cases. So the number of cases going down also has made people complacent. So they feel that it's not there anymore. So those who have not taken vaccination are not taking vaccination. We've gone for mission mode programs where we have gone and finished a complete village 100% and only then left. So you have actually had officers sitting and staying over in villages to complete this. But in spite of that, we are having challenges. Festive season came, so we could not complete. But we saw a huge jump in the past few months of this mission mode and this election mode kind of a campaign we had. And I think we will continue that because we strongly feel, and there's enough evidence to show that nations which have had more vaccination have clearly had lesser hospitalization rates in the Omicron variant also. So we were studying 2-3 different countries, and we were looking at how the vaccination has been in US and how the vaccination has been in other parts of the UK and other nations in Europe, and seen the comparison of the vaccination versus hospitalization rate. And clearly the reflection and the results are that vaccination is helping. So we must continue to push the vaccination front. But yes, it's been a challenge. As I said, multiple factors are there. But the DCs, in fact, today the deputy commissioners were also there in the meeting, and we have asked them to continue this mission mode, election mode form of vaccination. And we once again would like to urge all those who have not taken the vaccination that please do take the vaccination. It is the only way to ensure that you'll be kept safe. A lot of people have doubts that even after vaccination they get COVID, but the important point is it has saved lives. So one may become positive, but it will not lead to hospitalization, is the important message that I would like to give the people of the state. As well as the dosage for 15 to 18 has started today, and in fact Honorable Deputy Chief Minister has launched it today in one of the localities in Shillong. So yes, but it is booster dose is currently only for 60 plus. So I could be wrong. Last 2 days I don't know the updates, but as far as my information is, it's for 60 plus as of now, and of course 15 to 18 has already started the vaccination program. Specific head of funds, the accounts you're asking, but and I don't know what statement the Honorable Health Minister was referring to. But coming to the health infrastructure that we have created, we have invested a lot and created a lot of infrastructure. In fact, to the extent that in the history of our state, Meghalaya, the government has actually funded infrastructure even in private hospitals. So it's not just government hospitals, it's not just the districts, not just the PHCs and the CHCs, but even the larger hospitals, private hospitals, government has spent. So infrastructure boost has been put as maximum priority, and we have done a lot in that. I don't have the exact figures with me right now, but I don't know the reference that you're talking about. Maybe I can reply to that later on after getting more information. Anything else?